The sword is like water. It cannot remain still.
Tedious.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world. The moon shines on the truth. This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae, do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
How many can you block? Blade and flight!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move! This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Ready for death?
A one-time enemy! Strike with heart!
You can't run!
Immortality means forever.
Here! We've entered the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them!
Blade and flight!
Tedious.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
You'll pay for this.
Secret of the safe.
Try that again! Cute! Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move!
Unworthy. Blade of moon.
Time for swordplay!
Try harder.
You can't run! This battle is tough luck running into me!
You can continue to convince yourself that you cannot run from combat. Combat is like smelting. Those are the words out of all of us. When he was but a child, when I first met him, he wasn't at first. I wasn't, unfortunately.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So,
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short life species for long. If he is...
Of course he's still alive. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to... His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did...
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the Abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Dunhung! What a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. But who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
There's no cure.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
She's a criminal. That's up to the Cloud Knights and the Ten Lords Commission.
Oh, talk about not judging a book by its cover. She looks so kind and elegant. How could she be a criminal? Not my concern. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. I won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Dunhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can smell the herbs. It's a... Hey! Give me back my medicine box! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away! There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start...
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady.
Oh, great. A walk in the park. Here!
Stand down.
So this is why your hands are so cold!
flame. Blade of moonlight.
This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand.
My turn! Phew!
Ready for death.
Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move!
A one-time enemy.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend, crush them! We must
Try harder.
tough luck running into me! Here!
Tedious. All will be revealed. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
My turn! You can't run!
Ready for death.
How many can you block? Blade and flight! Swords descend!
Told you I could fight. Try that again.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well.
You're Mara-struck? You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may, and yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes. And plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment. And the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression.
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend. Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen. Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye. Danger. A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others. But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death. We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer. Which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away. Like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lunae.
Dan Heng, the General wants me. I understand. Goodbye.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit.
Neither of us can end the other's life.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. I don't mind prolonging my vengeance.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. Who you are is a question that only you, even if the Preceptor's interference... Yes. It has been a long day for you.
Looks like there's smoke rising in the distance. Miss Chikwe sent us a side crane. See if... We found it. Looks like the pilot isn't inside. If they escaped before it came down, they should still be nearby. There. That must be who Miss Chikwe asked us to save.
Hey, get out of here! It's too
Don't worry, Miss Chinyi. We've been in work.
My turn! Phew! Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move! Try that again!
A one-time enemy! Strike with heart! Let's make it quick. Yeah! What a headache. made to be broken.
Try that again. You can't run.
Let's go. Don't mess with me.
Here.
I'll end your misery. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for swordplay.
My turn.
What a headache. How many can you blow? Bladed flight. Just a scratch.
Try that again.
Don't mess.
There are too many monsters. Let's hold out for a little longer. The Cloud Knight...
Just run! These monsters can't get up here anytime soon.
No can do, Miss Qingni. We're not...
You two have held out long enough. Help is at hand. Cloud Knights, formation! Prepared? Hold on, Qingni. We're coming to get you!
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. A one-time enemy. Strike with heart. Swords descend! What a headache. I'll end your misery. Who's next?
Here!
Let's make it quick. Don't mess with me.
You can't run!
I'll free you. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Time for swordplay. Let's go.
Phew! Try that again.
What a headache. Don't mess with me.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move! Told you I could fight.
A one-time enemy. Bladed flight. Rules are made to be broken. Let's make it quick. I'll end your misery. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You can't run! My turn! Here!
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Try that again! You can't run! Cute! Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
What a headache. Who's next? How many can you block? Let's go.
Tough luck running into me! Here!
Don't mess with me.
Try that again! You're annoying!
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart. What a headache. Who's next?
My turn! Cute!
Yeah. Rules are made to be broken.
You can't run!
How many can you block? Blade and flight.
Try that again! Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move!
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Tough luck running.
Let's make it quick. Yeah. Strike with heart. Practice is over. Swords descend.
My turn!
Let's go.
You can't run!
Don't mess.
I didn't know the Helmmaster of the Skyfaring Commission dealt with situations like...
Indeed. I should be reviewing files in the Palace of Astrum. Qingni, have you thanked your benefactors yet?
Thank you.
No need, Miss Qingni.
You flatter me. It was because of both of you that Qingni escaped unscathed. In fact, by way of thanks, I'd like to invite you to the Palace of Astrum for tea.
The feeling is mutual, Lady Yukong.
Then, for now, I will excuse myself.
You always do this, Mother. Skull, it was a dire situation. I was the...
You promised me, Qingni. Please excuse us, benefactors.
I didn't know Yukong had that side to her. You have a unique way of putting things. But you're not wrong. Yukong's inner worries and concerns came to the surface in the presence of her daughter. Yes, after all, I know what it's like to worry over a kid's homework and whether their lunch is healthy enough. But there's something I don't understand. Anyway, let's head over to the Palace of Astrum. Let's avoid sudden exclamations like that once. Remember, this is no field trip. All right, let's head out.
wonder if I'll discover any rare swords.
Why won't you listen to me?
Because it's my life! You know I have the talent to make it. I can become the Luofu's best pilot, just like you were.
Talent? You'd be dead if it weren't for those two travelers. Do you think stealing a star skiff and taking to the skies is a show of talent? Did you at any moment think about what I would feel if something happened to you? Do you know how many people dream of a relaxing desk job at the Skyfaring Commission? You promised me to work responsibly in your post.
I already told you. I had no choice. I want to help you and the Skyfaring Commission, not sit at my desk dealing with never-ending papers. I got the highest grade in the fighter pilot test. They all said I was a genius like you. Like mother, like daughter. They were all jealous of me. But no one even knew I had to take the test behind your back.
Behind my back? Do you really think you could have walked into the test and sat in the cockpit if I hadn't given my permission behind the scenes? As for genius, don't mention that word to me again. Why do you insist on becoming a pilot? Don't understand.
And I don't understand why you don't understand. Why can anyone in the world become a fighter pilot except the Helmmaster's daughter?
Qingni, where are you going? I'm sorry you had to witness this.
Apologies, Madam Yukong. We should have given you some time.
On the contrary, I apologize for allowing my own personal matters to encroach on your time.
We don't intend to pry into private business, Helmmaster Yukong. But if there's anything we can help with, please don't hesitate to ask.
Family issues, I'm afraid. Despite my earnest wish that she continue in her post, Qingni is fixated on becoming a fighter pilot. It's funny, isn't it? I've seen every disaster imaginable, from the Abundance Axis to a living planet. But when I fought alongside you, I realized there are still things that can terrify me. I'm sorry. I invited you here to gain a better understanding of the Express, not bore you with these trivialities. Oh, I prepared refreshments for you. Please accept these gifts as thanks for saving my daughter.
Well, I'd heard from members of the Skyfaring Commission that you were a top-tier pilot, Madam Yukong, and an ace among the Cloud Knights. Now that I've seen you, we'll head off now.
On my flying ability, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, Mr. Yang.
You two, please, wait. Thank you for saving me, benefactors. So you've experienced it yourself, benefactor. But I've had the hairpin ceremony. I'm an adult now.
Miss Qingni, these are family matters. I'm not sure it's my place to comment. Becoming a parent often means we become obstinate. What I mean to say is, Instead of trying to prove yourself suddenly, perhaps you could demonstrate your ability to look after yourself methodically over time.
My mom is actually a reasonable person, but she gets unreasonable as soon as I mention flying. She hid my Starskiff toys, dragged me away from the port when I stayed behind to count ships. Every time I walk along Starwatcher Avenue and look up at those ships flying freely across the sky. Speaking of empty inside, so how were Mom's refreshments? I've been so angry. How about this? My mom thanked you guys with refreshments, so... We're here! The thing about... I'm sorry, I'm afraid here. This thing has a bit of a unique flavor.
Let me try.
Oh!
No, this reminds me of when I first boarded the Express and forced myself to drink Himiko's coffee, and how my taste buds never fully recovered.
How is it? Bearable? That bad. Sorry, but I guess not everyone can accept what I like. Well, don't force yourself. Let's go somewhere else.
You know, there are a lot of mung bean soda moments in life. If you...
Tell that to my mom. I know she's right. I know being a fighter pilot is an exhausting and dangerous job.
Why are you so dedicated to that idea, Miss Qingni?
Have you heard of the Foxian birth fate tradition? Soon after a child is born, we surround them with items that represent future destinies. If the child reaches for a jade abacus, then they'll grow up to be a diviner. If they Mom reached for the Starskiff and showed a natural talent for flying. Later, she achieved miracles. I'm proud to be Madame Yukong's daughter.
I can imagine.
She never told me any of those stories herself. I used to watch her fly when I was young. Then one time, I remember feeling so happy when they took me to see my mom. There I was boasting about the flight, expecting her to laugh, pat my head, say, "That's my girl," or something. But boy, I've never seen her so scary. I admit, I deserve to be punished. You can't let a kid get away with stealing a Starskiff. But my mom was angry about more than that. She was angry because I viewed her as a role model. Because I had the same talent as her. I don't understand it.
Parents never want their children to be in danger. I think I can understand, Madame Yukong.
But flying is the only thing I want to do. I've already touched the sky. It's Mom's secretary, Miss Sequay. She just sent me a message. Mom lost one. Miss Sequay suggested I find it...
In Stargazer Navalia?
Is it really okay to bother you two?
Indeed.
You're too kind, Vin. The fight with the abominations was pretty chaotic. I think Mom's trinket would have dropped around here.
Do you know what it looks like, Miss Qingni?
Let me think. It should be a little square thing. She's usually got something like that on her.
This is your area of expertise. You're a great fighter, but your perception is even more impressive. No matter how well a treasure chest is hidden, you're always able to spot it. So, when it comes to finding a needle in a haystack, is there really anyone more capable than yourself?
A bright edge that can cut jade, and the stars shift within it.
Come on, are you kidding? It's a trinket, remember? You think my mom would carry this with her?
It's a beautiful vase, though. What a devastator glaive? Is this from the battle? There were a lot of cloud... Well, this is too big for a trinket.
A bird cage. Huh. That reminds me. Have you guys heard of the birds that live in the Everhunt Plains? They have beautiful feathers, but you can't domesticate them. They don't live long if you lock them in a cage. Makes sense. How could a bird that's known the sky live in a cage? Mom always carries this trinket around with her, but I never realized there was something inside. Is this?
It must be very close.
No.
If you...
What turned an ace pilot? My mom clearly misses her flying days. Otherwise, she...
Well, the General's been busy at this...
General Jing Yuan?
No problem. We can't help you yet.
And...
Wonder if I'll discover any rare swords.
What is your purpose for entering the sea?
Mr. Yang, And you? What
It's nothing.
Yukong, the seat of divine... Yukong hurt, but naturally, if you wish to dispel... Did Qingni tell... If I were to turn the Yukong of she... What? Yes, the legend of the... Both, it's hard to imagine. Oh,
This object has been stored inside. She thought it.
This object, I'm sure you're both 30 years ago. We were greatly out at the Rainbow. Such divine. Yukong is a survivor of that war.
I don't have any other questions.
I do not wish to speculate on the reason behind. However, it is difficult to Perhaps it is not my place to say. But I believe.
Thank you, General.
Mr. Yang, you jest.
Let's go. We should...
You're here. Mm-hmm. Well, we do both like to take a walk after a fight. Anyway, did you...
Did Helmmaster Yukong never...
I was always... In the end, I realized she probably experienced something that...
Indeed.
So she doesn't want me to fly because she remembers the...
I can't guarantee...
You're right, Mr. Yang. I remember watching her hand...
Do you still...
Vaguely. But there are so many...
A couple of Outworlder...
Of course.
Yo, can I help?
It seems...
I love work. Mr. Yang needs... We can use this one.
Miss Qingni,
It should be fine. This is from decades ago.
No, I still think...
Is it really that big of a deal? I understand. Let's read it together. Maybe her...
What is the meaning of this? What do you have in your hands? Let me see. How dare you read Madame Yukong's personal diary?
Mr. Yang Min, please.
I see.
I understand, Mr. Yang Min. I want to know what happened.
I've been here for a long... Miss Tsai, I remember her. Her husband, Mr. Guang Yuan, was a pilot. They manned, but when it came to pilots, your mother was the best match for her. It was tragic when Tsai died soon. Tsai's death was a big blow to Madame Yukong. After the battle, she refused to turn inside. Nonsense. As a Xianzhou native, I've lived long enough to remember. In the end...
Where are Miss Tsai's? Thanks for telling us all.
You're welcome. I suppose you're going to go through... I can understand your position, Qingni. Please don't tell your mother. Hurry, Madam.
My mom keeps locked. That's the selling point of this desk. Super simple. There are hidden compartments on the... A paper kite. But what we're looking for isn't... there are hidden compartments. There's some exhibition material. Every time our pilots return from the battle. But what we're looking for... there are hidden... Got it. This... So, I suppose I've always had a don't let that child touch. Is this why Mom refuses? For a pilot, Mom didn't manage to bring her comrade back. I never thought I feel a lot closer to Mom after reading this diary. Yes.
You're all done? I see. We're here to help.
When Mom feels down, she usually goes to take in a view of the Jade Gate. She should still be there. Let's go find her. Mom?
Qingni, why are...
Miss Qingni kindly agreed to show us around Starskiff Haven.
Thank you.
Mom!
All right, it's getting...
Actually, I want to become a fighter.
We've talked...
Seems like Miss Qing...
I thought Mr. Yang said we shouldn't interject. It's clear that Yukong suffered greatly after... Jingni's birth mother, Zai Yi, was Yukong's lifelong friend. Still, this divine object is a testament to... Still,
Is that... I understand now. I don't expect to gain your...
Mom, what are you talking about?
Just like you. I once longed to float like a single leaf in the fathom. Sai was like that too. We were friends since childhood. We we soon became the most elite fighter pilots of the Skyfaring Commission. You never knew if the friend next to you would make it back alive. But those are my best memories.
System space all clear today. Great weather for flying.
We're engaging the main Borisin fleet this time. Don't get too excited.
Huh? Sounds like maternity leave knocked the wind out of your sails. Feeling rusty?
Oh, shut it. I think you're just excited because you haven't flown with me for so long. Did you miss me?
Of course I missed you. The galaxy felt smaller without you in my cockpit. Say, Sai, really didn't think you'd come back. Do you really like flying starskiffs that much?
You bet. Sure, it's exhausting, dangerous, low paid. Plus, you only get back to the Luofu a few times a year. But given the choice, I'd always pick this. I guess I already touched the sky.
Mind is mysterious. I've lived for more than 200 years. Forgotten nearly it was.
Sai? Hold on, Sai. Sai, open your eyes. Sai?
Thank you. You go. I've had a good life. But please, don't let Qingni walk the same path. Don't let her become a fighter pilot.
Sai, she's your daughter. You'll be able to tell her yourself, do you hear? The rescue's almost here. Stay with me. Qingni is waiting for you. She lost Guang Yan. She can't afford to lose you too. Wake up! Sai! Sai! Sai!
When I climbed out of the burning carcass of the Starskiff, I looked up into a clear sky. Pure and seemingly unadorned by the atmosphere that arced far. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen. But all I could... my dream. That was the day I died.
Mom, this is the first time I've heard you, but I won't hide from it. I'm not afraid to walk the same road as her. If my sacrifice can bring happiness to the citizens of the Xianzhou, then I'm ready for it.
You are so very similar to Tsai. The more outstanding you became over the years, the more fearful I turned. You know, the cruelty has never claimed victory. Me, Tsai, your father Guangyan. We were prepared for the worst when we enlisted. But do you know how we won that war? The war that took away Tsai and the lives of hundreds of thousands of fighters.
The Rainbow Arbiters defied.
Yes. The mighty blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter annihilated all abominations in a single strike. We had to pay with the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers just to halt their advance. If crushing our enemies was as easy as breathing for the Rainbow Arbiter, under the might of an Aeon, the sacrifices of ordinary creatures are but a joke.
Mom.
That I never should have allowed my fears to compel me to make decisions for another person. I brazenly interfered with your choices. I am...
Mom, you don't need to apologize.
I'll take you to fill in the paperwork tomorrow. You'll start as ground crew, just like Tsai and I did. I believe that one day, you'll make an outstanding fighter pilot.
Huh? Really? Thank you, Mom.
I was afraid of you following in my footsteps. And more afraid of you taking after Tsai. But if this is your choice, then I'm willing to support you. Even if you live to regret it.
Mom? I have one last request.
Tell me.
I want to fly with you at least once.
I'm afraid I can't.
But why?
Because I already touched the sky.